All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if he can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
So the outstanding boxer getting back on the proving ground here tonight, and I know in his last fight he got a little bit sensitive because we talked so much about his hands. He's a layered mixed martial artist, but certainly boxing has been his foremost skill, at least thus far in the UFC.
Well, it's his bread and butter. When he's doing his best work, it's behind the hands. It's behind the setups. And we as broadcasters have seen enough of the sport at the highest level and boxing to know that that is the path that he has shown. That is the path that he has chosen. His footwork, his speed, his feints, his setups, they are all boxing-centric. So we call him a boxer, and guess what? Take pride in that. You're one of the best in the UFC at using that skill.
His jab is great, but he has told us this week he believes that the knockout's going to come with that patented left hook. We'll find out here in a matter of moments. And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Cooler. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the ex-murderer, Wanderlei Silva. Ready to fight? Ready? Let's do it.
All right, so here we are back in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, truly an MMA hotbed. This UFC arena has been a host to any number of different historical moments in the UFC, and perhaps some more UFC history here tonight.
In one of the biggest moments for women Brazilian fighters, Merced fought there and retained their title. Jessica Andrade knocked out Rose Namajunas to become the UFC strawweight champion. This is a great arena for great fights, and some of the best Brazilian performances were had in this arena. Nice punch lands. Beautiful left punch.
Oh, solid kick right there. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Fast pace here in the early going. Oh, and so now he lands another combination, so it's never just one shot. There's always 2 or 3 coming behind.
A lot of times people throw singular strikes. Not this gentleman. This man is stringing 4, 5, 6 in a row. What a great job.
Strong punch to the head in the clinch. Well, fear is not a factor for this striker. Coming out swinging early as we expected. Everything being thrown with fight ending.
He throws everything so hard, but he said to us, when we talked to him earlier in the week, he goes, I'm not afraid of anything. I don't care if I get taken down, as long as I get to put some leather on the guy that I'm fighting before.
All right, so a good series of kicks by him there. He has mixed it up beautifully, I think, on the feet tonight.
He is kicking everywhere tonight. He's doing a fantastic job. Clean punch.
Nice job by him defensively there. Oh, beautiful technique on that straight punch. Immediately gets the underhook. Body kick now by Silva. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Nice counter right hook there.
Oh, nice counter left.
Oh, beautifully timed with the Superman punch. Quick jab. Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there. Just too easy as he connects with another good series of punches.
If you're boxing this guy and only boxing him, you will be in trouble.
Silva gets absolutely tagged by that stiff jab.
I mean, is this thing on repeat? How many times can you say punch to the head?
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but there's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Block that shot. Hook is there again. All right, well, his hooks have been a big storyline in this one, and there it is again. So just when you thought maybe the opponent had made the requisite adjustments, he gets cracked again.
He gets cracked again, and it does not take many of those hooks to end your night.
Another strike hits that eye area, and it is getting messier by the minute up there.
Well, he's getting targeted now. He's been hitting that spot so many times that his opponent sees the cut, and the cut is advancing.
Good job defensively to block that punch. Watch for him to set up that hook again now. Oh, and right on cue, there it is.
Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Nice slip to avoid the left. Oh! Under a minute now to go in the round.
He's cut. Give the elbow.
Out of range with that one.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all incoming strikes. Nice jab.
All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. But he should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut. Now it's on him to continue on the path and make the ringside position come in here and try to stop this fight.
Round two next.
Alright, take a deep breath, respira bem fundo. Sim, olha, não fique lá em pé, ok? Ele tá atacando muito o seu corpo, ok? Muito rápido.
All right, that horn marks the end of the round. There was a lot to like really on both sides, but particularly that Superman punch, an absolute thing of beauty.
Beautiful attack. Her ability to let loose in the octagon is truly a sight to behold. Not many people are willing to try something so risky.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we are, early round two. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them could really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Oh, slips and then rips him. How about the upper body movement there? Just out of range with that strike. Oh, good block there. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. Big punch land. Ooh.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Oh, beautiful hook. Counters with a straight right hand. That'll work.
He's going to get himself knocked out. You got to take a moment. He's going to get knocked out if he doesn't take a break.
Well, as as my favorite rap group Onyx would say, stick and move, right? Beautiful slip off the center line there.
Yeah, what a great job of moving his head. It doesn't take much to avoid a punch.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh!
He's in a lot of trouble.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly doing a nice job on the defensive end thus far.
They talk about the feeling out process. He's getting his opponent's timing. Now he's blocking everything. Expect counter as we go forward.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing stroke.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other DC.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Silva's doing a nice job protecting the eye with that block. You don't want to absorb any more damage on that cut. Well, that strike landed, not going to help that cut at all. And I think for a lot of us non-fighters, it becomes hard to watch that area just continue to get targeted and bludgeoned.
Over and over again. And it's what you're supposed to do. As a fighter, you can't have heart as a fighter. You got to look at that thing. You got to look at that work that you've done. You got to take that canvas and you got to paint it, man. You got to get at him over and over again and continue to attack that same area. Feel sorry for the guy after the fight. Yeah. But right now, he's got to pay the price.
Staying busy in the clinch, lands a nice punch there. It's getting really hard to watch him absorb shots on that eye. I wonder if the referee's... Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
Hurt him again.
Feels like the beginning of the end. Less than a minute to go in the round. Well, I'm not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. It feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush. Be patient. And in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
Oh, beautiful counter. Makes him miss and then makes him pay.
I mean, that was a beautiful counter by this gentleman to make him miss and then make him pay for trying to even hit him. He doesn't waste energy, and he has a great ability to find his shots.
Silva's an absolute mess. Referee might have caught an eye of the ringside position right there. They might stop this fight. Now goes to the uppercut.
He hurt him again.
10 minutes in the can. Heading back to the corner now. Silva's eye is in real trouble, folks. That does not look good. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the ringside position be called on here. He might even stop the fight. We'll see. All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, John. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut. That cut is going to be an issue as the fight goes forward. He's got to change something.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Watch the strike there, counters with a jab. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Slips. Oh, just out of range with that punch attempt. Silva's eye is closing up. Right hand good on the counter. And he lands a knee. Oh, slips to avoid the right. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking that cut that is getting deeper by the minute.
And it seems like the right decision, because you can see his opponent starting to paw at it. You can see it starting to take an effect. It's messing with him mentally. For him, he's got to continue to... Oh, he's hurt, he's hurt.
Big right hand there.
There it is again. Look at that.
Oh, punches and bunches.
Oh, that's big. That landed clean. Left hook right hand.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. Well, no denying that he rocked him, but couldn't quite get the finish.
He hurt him real bad, but he couldn't find the shot that would put him to sleep. He threw a lot of punches, but he couldn't get the one to land on the punch that would end the night.
All right, so the redness is... Oh!
Yeah, he's hurt really bad. Oh, another one.
Oh, big diving punch lands up top. Oh, man, another strike gets through. You can only describe his condition as critical now. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Right hand on the counter. Well, you got to think he's happy with this performance here tonight. Essentially, just the way he drew it up, it's been a striking thing.
It's like a fairy tale. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and his opponent isn't doing much to try and deter him and really mess with the game plan.
Under 2 minutes to go. Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round. Back and forth we go. Slips. Oh, is he a good counter striker? Counters beautifully with the left hand. Just out of range with that right hand. Back to the left hand now, unable to connect.
Oh, you hurt him again, bro.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestling stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. You get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not good. Oh!
Goes down again! Oh, this one could be over soon. Whoa!
I mean, wow.
Well, make no mistake about it, he is getting 2 paychecks tonight as he gets the big TKO victory. Wow.
That's unbelievable. It was crazy to watch his finishing instincts on display as he got that massive victory. It was amazing, John. It was amazing.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 27 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by TKO, the Cooler.
Well, what a win for that young man tonight by TKO. And if the judges were looking at their phones, it's okay. We don't need the scorecards tonight.
We don't need your scorecards. Do as you may, proceed as you may. because this guy knew that he had to finish this fight. That's exactly what he did. He got his opponent hurt, found the follow-up shot, and got the finish.